but I am delighted. I'm being told that Mr. Brady is ready to go. Over the years, we've had the opportunity many times to chat with Tom Brady Sr. About his emotions and what it's like. And again, I guess just because I'm a dad, there's just been something about this bond and this relationship that I have always really liked, and I'm really grateful to Tom Brady Sr. for taking some moments for us here today during what I know has got to be just a crazy week. So, Mr. Brady, thank you as always. I hope that you and the family are well.
Good morning, Greeny. Yeah, we're doing great. It's been a interesting week to say the least, and it's been a lot of great well wishers, and but it's been both a little bit sad and quite happy, to be honest with you.
You know, I think often about what Derek Jeter said when he retired. I believe he was 40, and Derek Jeter said, you know, one day I was an old man, because when you're 40 and you're playing baseball, you're an old man. And the next day I retired and I realized I'm a young man. And I wonder if you think that will happen for your son. He's going to go from being 45, which by the standards of what he's been doing, I guess all of his life, is extremely old. And he wakes up one day, and as you and I both know, when you're 45, you're still a young man. Has that realization hit him?
You know, I don't know. I think he's still in the football phase, frankly. I mean, he's only officially retired for a week and stopped playing for 2 weeks or so, and it will come pretty quick. This chapter 2 is inevitable, and he's going to be very busy. And it's like he said, he's going to love the opportunity to get outside his box and to be able to increase his awareness of life outside of the four corners of football. And frankly, I think it's okay. I think it's okay with him.
Tom Brady Sr. with us here. You know, it was emotional for me watching the video that he posted the other day, and he's someone I barely know. It was obviously very emotional for him. How would you describe your emotions watching that video?
Well, pretty teary. Because your son or daughter is on the edge kind of emotionally, and when they're on the edge emotionally, we become on the edge emotionally. So it just kind of looked like it was cascading onto the beach. That he was just at the end and basically just had to get it out and get going. And frankly, we were a bit emotional.
How do you feel now? I would never pry into anything that you're not comfortable with, but to whatever degree you're comfortable sharing how would you describe the emotions that you are feeling now? Again, just a few days after this unbelievable run. I mean, literally the greatest run in the history of his sport, and you were there to be a part of every moment of it. How would you describe the way you feel?
I basically feel relieved for him. I'll tell you one reality is before he retired for the last 23 years, we put it into our perspective that basically every game that was played in the NFL, all 267 of them, had some bearing on where our son was. If when he was with New England, we were thinking it was every game you'd watch, and it would be how is Indianapolis preparing against New England? What schedule? Who we got to face? Who do they got to face? Every game, we've been totally engrossed in it. So before this announcement the other day, every single game counted, and now no games count. As far as we're concerned, it's we're not going to ever feel the same emotional highs that we felt, and we won't feel any emotional lows either, because our team is not losing, and nor are they winning. So it's just, and it's preoccupied a major part of our life for 25, 30 years, college and pros and high school and stuff. So it's we were all in, the whole family, all of our daughters and our sons-in-law, and it was great. And now, to be honest with you, it's a little boring.
We'll see. It's only a couple of days yet. Maybe it gets way better. Maybe it gets even more boring. We'll see. Tom Brady Sr. is with us. I'm curious because a year ago, you and I spoke after he retired and then decided to come back. And my feeling on it all along was that the sense I got just observing it from a distance was that he was deciding to retire because he was sort of 60-40, that was the right thing to do. And when you're 60-40 on anything in life, you might change your mind. And of course, he did. Here we are a year later. This certainly felt vastly different. To the best of your understanding, what made it right? What made this the right time for him to decide he was 100% certain he was ready to walk away?
Well, this has been a rough 6 months on his personal life and family life, on his football life. I think that the fact of it, Greeny, is, and he once said this, he said, "I'm getting tired of getting hit." Mm. And, having played 23 years, and he holds the ignominious record of most sacks against in the NFL with, I think, 600 or 700 sacks. And there must be another 2,000 or 3,000 knockdowns. At 45 years of age, you say, "Hey, do I want to get hit one more time?" Mm. And the answer is really no. I really don't want to, unless everything is clicking. And unfortunately, it wasn't clicking this year, and so I think it was a foregone conclusion.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.